It is the Riot Podcast. Good day. Welcome to the Monday show for June 6th. Hello, Isaiah. Hello, Nikki.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend.
Did you hear, Isaiah, what Nikki did this weekend?
No.
You weren't listening?
You didn't listen to
I
everything.
listened to you guys the whole morning, except when I'm trying to record the things I have to record.
No, that's not an excuse.
Yeah.
That hurts. I went strawberry picking.
I heard about the strawberries. You were trying to get her to bring them in to you, and then she said no.
I don't even really want them. I just wanted to see
If I
you
would?
Yeah, if you would.
Well, I mean,
Especially because you said you
could.
didn't really like them.
I don't, but Eric likes them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll leave them for you.
Strawberry-
Are they like different? Like, do they taste different than like store-bought strawberries
Yeah,
since
they
you picked
fresher.
them?
They're good. I would say, again, since I normally go blackberry picking, like
Ooh, I love blackberries.
once every year, or I'll sometimes go apple picking. Those can taste, I feel like, better. This, I don't know, the strawberries, they're a little smaller. I don't know if like the ones I get at Costco sometimes, like those are massive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have like growth hormones
Oh,
in them
yeah.
or something.
Steroids in them, yeah.
They're definitely altering your makeup.
So I feel like I'm more impressed by those, like by looks. I'm looking at looks.
Yeah.
And these are a little bit smaller, and it just wasn't as. I mean, it's still fun. It was a really nice day to do it, but yeah, I don't know if I'd do it again.
Can I tell you guys something I did over the weekend?
Mm-hmm.
I had family in town, so we were doing some, family stuff. You guys ever been to the Science Museum?
Did you go to the local one here?
Yeah. We got a
Yeah.
nice big one in town, and I know it's supposed to be educational or whatever. It just makes me feel stupid.
Oh, to go to the Science Museum?
Yeah, because
It's like for little kids, though.
Well, then
Hey, let's not.
I think that's a little insulting.
What do you mean? That's what it's for.
Now you're pressuring
Everybody
him.
can learn,
Yeah.
no matter where they are in life.
I think that's true.
Including me, because I was walking around there, and it's all interactive. You're supposed
Yeah.
to be learning stuff, and so
Stupid
I'm
science.
touching things, sticking my head in stuff. Like, what is in here, sir? That's a trash can. What are you doing? Like I just flipping light switches and stuff. I don't know what I'm supposed to be learning.
I
But
went to a planetarium once.
Yeah.
And everybody else was like oohing and awing.
Yeah.
And I fell asleep.
Yes.
Oh, man.
The planetarium, not the high point of this.
No.
They have
Comfy
one at the
seats.
Science Museum, not the high point.
I kept looking at people that were like sitting up and stuff, and I was like, "What are you doing? Why are you trying to learn here?
Yeah.
Lay back down."
Take it easy.
Well, that's fun that you did that.
Yeah, it
it
sounds
was a
like
pretty
a
fun
fun time.
A fun time for it, all ages.
Yeah, I went to a concert over the weekend, and I was really excited. And it was one of those times like you're excited to go to a concert, and then during the concert you realize like 10 minutes in you're like,
You didn't want to.
this isn't gonna be as fun as I thought it was gonna be. And it wasn't good. Like the music was good and it was fun. I just the crowd wasn't very into it. It was just kind of like a very like kind of like vibey, like low key. Like it wasn't really like really upbeat. So it was just it was a chill night for
Well,
a
let's
concert.
say if you had to pick, would you rather be, I'd rather have gone to the Science Museum or gone strawberry picking, since our twos are
Or gone to a
or nothing,
boring concert.
Or do a boring
I would have picked the boring concert. I
Oh,
would've-
man,
And it wasn't boring. It just wasn't. I was really had high hopes for it.
Yeah.
But
Isaiah
okay.
also went to a golf tournament.
I did go to a golf
I
tournament.
think I'd
too.
choose that over anything we did.
The golf
Actually,
tournament
that
was
probably
fun.
would have been
Yeah.
fun.
Well-
look at all the stuff we did over the weekend, guys.
I know what an exciting weekend we had.
And Isaiah capped it all off by killing a cat, and we haven't even gotten to that
Oh,
yet.
that's in the podcast.
did.
What a way to end the weekend.
I didn't do it like it wasn't like on purpose. Like it sounds like kind of bad. I actually hit it with my car.
So do you think you're going to go home that way, or you're going to go around so you don't have to
Yeah.
say it?
Around.
You're going to go around.
Yeah, I don't go back that way. I
I'm
won't
gonna
go home
back.
that way.
I'm gonna go back that way. I'm
if
gonna
you see a black cat on the road, it wasn't me.
I'm gonna take a picture of it. I'm gonna send it
See,
to you.
I know you're sad, but like I'd be crying. I don't know how you're not crying.
Honestly, I didn't. I've never hit anything like driving before, and I always told
Except a
myself,
tree.
yeah, I've hit a tree. I've never hit anything living as an animal driving before, and I always told myself
Trees
if I
are
did.
alive. Hold on.
Listen, I
Trees
said
are
animal.
alive.
I said animal. I said animal. I've never hit something like an animal, and I always told myself like, I don't think I'd really be that sad about it. Like if I hit a raccoon or like a squirrel or something, chipmunk, no big deal. You know, it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
But when I hit that cat this morning, I was shocked at how sad I was. It was just so sad. I was
You
driving
had it
along.
coming.
It was so early in the morning
come
too.
on.
What?
He did not.
Use the crosswalk. Come on.
Gosh, I feel though too like you're not probably as much of a cat person as you're a dog person.
Yeah.
Can you imagine hitting a dog?
I
and killing
can't.
a
I
dog?
thought about that too on the way in. I was like, I wonder if my reaction had been different if it was adult. Like if I would have
for
done,
sure.
if I would have
Definitely.
done something different with the wheel, even though there was nothing I could do, I was surrounded by vehicles, and so I just had try to stop and let it go by.
Yep.
But
I
if
would
it
have
was a
called
dog,
Eric to
I
get
don't
the
know what I
body
would've done.
to bury it. Or
Yeah.
like just to do some sort of funeral thing.
Yeah, I
my
felt so
gosh.
bad. It was a rough start to my Monday morning, unfortunately.
All right. Well, okay. Yay. Get ready for those sad details coming up. Make sure you say hi by texting 877 to Radio U or join us at Radio U Riot on Facebook or our YouTube channel. And if you're watching these, make sure you like and, share it and just help share our podcast word.
And we will talk to you later.
Okay.
See
Bye.
you guys.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
Christmas may be coming early for a fella named Andy Stone.
Who's Andy Stone?
Andy Stone is a guy who says in 1989 he co-wrote a song called All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Uh-oh.
Sound familiar?
Well, that's what's her name's number one song.
That's
like
Mariah
all Christmas.
Carey's Christmas song that I believe is not just the best-selling Christmas song of all time, but like maybe the best-selling individual song, or no?
There is something with it.
Yeah,
And I
it's-
can't tell if it's like the number one like streaming Christmas song or just streaming. It's one of the top things.
It's definitely made, where did I see it? Over $60 million, I think, just the song alone, which is outrageous. It's made a lot of money, which is why Andy Stone is filing a lawsuit and asking for at least $20 million in damages for copyright
You mean
infringement.
One Christmas? No, just One Christmas with the song?
Yeah, that's right. He's suing for damages for copyright infringement, misappropriation, and additional claims. Now, here's where it all comes together. He says he wrote a song in 1989 called All I Want for Christmas Is You. His All I Want for Christmas Is You has nothing to do with Mariah Carey's.
Okay, so when he
All I
says
Want
he
for Christmas
co-wrote
Is
the
You.
song with the same title, he wasn't co-writing with her.
He didn't. No, he
Okay,
didn't.
different song.
As far as he know, he didn't inspire her song. The songs don't sound alike at all. They just happen to have the same title. However, he says that he has the copyright for the title. All I Want for Christmas Is You, and so that is why he thinks that it's copyright infringement. He claims that his song that he wrote in 1989, it actually was played extensively in late 1993 and even charted on the Billboard charts. That's what he says. And so now he is suing Mariah Carey, hoping to get a nice chunk of change, $20 million, because he wrote this song. He wrote this song title first.
So he has the copyright for it. Said that he contacted Sony last spring, but they were not able to come to an agreement. I never know with these, because the only thing that feels wrong about this is what year was it? This was from 1989.
Right.
I would have said something in 1989.
Right. When did
Or whenever the other song
Mariah
came
Carey
out.
song came out? It was probably around 1993, which is probably why his song started to get played too. Maybe they were getting him confused at that time. But yeah, what? Why you? It's been at least 20 years.
You would have
or
spoken up before then.
It's been probably closer to 30 years. What did you just now hear of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You?
I
The most
don't know.
popular Christmas song ever written. You just now finding out about it?
I just have a hard time when there's lawsuits and they're like, yes, this happened to me 25 years ago.
Right.
You're like, well, why weren't you, if it was so upsetting back 25 years ago and they took your song title,
Yeah.
why wouldn't you have been involved in a lawsuit at that time
Yeah.
and not now?
It doesn't make sense. I also like how the news article kind of goes into some detail. It says, Andy Stone, better known as Vince Vance in the band Vince Vance and the Valiants. Is he better known or
know.
equally unknown?
Maybe if you were back then.
Yeah.
They say that there's 117 works sharing the All I Want for Christmas Is You copyright title thing. But you technically, for song titles, you cannot, song titles are not entitled to copyright protection in the United States.
Oh.
So I don't know why.
But it does say he filed a complaint in New Orleans in a federal court. So
Okay,
what's
that's still
going
the
on?
United States.
Yeah, right. We're not legal experts.
Not sure.
But I'd like to weigh in here and say, throwing it out.
Just throwing out the whole lawsuit?
only at least on the basis of you should have done this years ago.
Yeah, but maybe if you feel like you have a chance to like bother them since they were negotiating and nothing came out of it.
Yeah.
If you make it public, then maybe they'll give you some money.
Or maybe he was just waiting for the right price. He was like, am I going to sue for $15 million? Nah. I got to wait till it makes more money. I'll sue for $20 million. That feels worth the hassle.
See how big it goes.
It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Good morning, Isaiah.
Isaiah, you can't just throw that on us. And
What do you mean?
We can't move on from that. I can't move on from it. No, I can't.
You have to move on.
I don't know if it's if he wants to admit to his crimes on the air.
It's not a crime.
It was an accident?
It was obviously an accident. What do you think? I did it on purpose?
No, but that doesn't mean it's not a crime.
It's not a crime.
It could be a crime. I don't know.
We're
just talking about how we
at
the radio station.
Don't tell them where you're at. No.
You don't want to have it on record. We're off mic. So when you're on mic admitting to something, it can be used against you.
I think it needs to be on mic because I think this is going to hurt you inside more, and I don't want this to like come up later and you just start crying when it finally hits you what you did.
I hit a cat this morning.
Oh, and then I tell him, that's not what you say. What do you actually say?
I killed a cat this
You
morning.
killed a cat. You hit it with your truck?
Yeah, on the way in. It was like literally like a mile away from the radio station, and I was driving down the road, and it just like at first I just saw like a flash coming across the street. I couldn't really tell what it was, and then I was surrounded by cars, so there was no like swerving out of the way. I just like tried to like hit my brakes. And then
you're not even supposed to do that, actually.
I hit it.
Maybe your car's big enough, though. At least it was fast or something.
Oh, yeah, it definitely was.
Did you check on him or did you just drive on?
I looked in my rearview mirror.
No, come on. You're supposed to like pull him to the side of the road.
Yeah, there was no shot for that, unfortunately. So
what would he do?
Well, I think
I'm not going to go back and pick up the cat. I can't go pick up the cat.
You drag it into the grass or something so at least it's out of the way. Or you check on it in case you needed to take it to someplace.
Actually, that's a good something I've always wondered about.
It could still be alive out there.
It's not alive.
It's a big truck, Nikki.
I know it. He does have a big
I was speeding, too. I was going fast.
That doesn't affect it, you know.
I know. It was a big truck going fast. I know for a fact, unfortunately, that it was still laying there when I left it.
Well, it's
and there was no turning back.
Well, why don't during the next song you go back out and check on it?
I'm not going to relive this pain. I'm not going to be able to pick up the cat. There's no way.
You want to shovel?
Why don't you go look at it?
Well,
yeah, Nikki, why don't you go save the cat?
I'm fully capable of running the board for 10 minutes while you go confirm the death of the cat.
Listen, I don't want to be. What if the cat wakes up and it thinks I'm the one that hit it?
Well, it'll be so grateful that you came back for it.
Yeah, right? Uh-huh.
I bet
You'll be the hero.
I think we have a push broom or something in the back of the store saying you got to get it out of the road if you hit it.
It was wild, too, because when I was driving in, like I was listening to music, and then right after that, I just turned down the music. I just dead silence for like the next 3 minutes of the ride.
Solemn.
Yeah, just a solemn
tripping.
Yeah, it was pretty grand after that. I was like, what a start to a Monday. Woo!
Well, has anybody hit a cat before? Like, what are you supposed to do?
I don't think I've ever killed anything in my car.
Have you ever had a deer hit you, or?
I've had deer, but I don't think any of them died.
Yeah, your car. I mean.
Yeah.
Usually the damage is so great on your end.
Yeah, that's right. So no, I haven't had a run-in like this.
Neither have I. I've never
not
hit anything
a murderer
before. Unfortunately, this was my first time, and it was a sad moment for me.
One time coming into work, there was a deer that got hit on the side of the road, so we pulled over to see, and this police officer came over, and it was like, oh, police officer, like, hey, great, okay, he needs help and stuff. And I was like, I'm so innocent. I'm just like, oh, okay, well, can you take him like in your trunk?
Can you go ahead and toss him in the back seat?
What if it wakes up?
Well, no. So then the police officer goes around and he gets his gun to shoot.
No, he did not do that.
He did. I just drove away crying. I was like, I shouldn't have told him he was there.
He did that in your presence?
Yeah. Well, he didn't shoot him while I was there. I pulled away.
Did you hear the bang before?
No.
I got to get out of here.
So maybe you shouldn't tell anybody about the cat. Maybe he'll just get up and he's fine.
Yeah, I don't think he's getting up. I just have a feeling.
You have
a weird feeling.
All right, well, that's what happened to Isaiah this morning, and we're all a little sad about it.
Happy Monday.
What a great way to start the week. Oh.
You need to go. Do you need to go?
Go home?
Just take a few moments.
I'm fine taking a couple hours if you want.
You're not going home unless you're going to go get the cat first, okay?
Yeah, I'll stop by. I'll check in on the cat.
You'll go push him over.
On the way home.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
One of the big things that I know Nikki was following over the weekend was the Queen's Platinum Jubilee in the UK.
The Jubilee. You're like,
Yeah.
what's that? Just, it's nothing for us here. But if you're, a follower of the Queen,
Yeah, the
it's
royal
her birthday,
family.
right? Or it counts as like her birthday stuff. It's like a celebration towards that.
Yeah, revolves around her birthday, although I couldn't tell you, I don't know that her birthday was actually this weekend. I don't think so. But I think, because it's kind of confusing, right? The Queen is now 96. And so I was like, that's a weird time. Like, why wouldn't the Jubilee be when she turns 100 or whatever? I am now figuring out just today that I think it's about how long she's been in power.
Oh,
This
the
is celebrating
Queen.
her 70-year reign. So that's a nice round number versus 96.
Now, no offense to people who love the Queen, but why is she still the Queen when she's so old? Like, shouldn't you have?
You're the Queen until the day you die.
Is it? Or I thought you
Yeah,
could
I
just
think
be
so.
like, hey, I'm old enough. Here you go.
Yeah,
You pass it
I don't
down?
know. I guess I mean, once you have power like that, Nikki, you don't give that up.
True.
Even to your family.
Well, I just feel like what's the one next would be like Prince Charles.
I have no idea.
I mean,
I can't
seems-
even name all of the. It's not
people?
Harry.
No.
It's definitely not Harry.
Well, I think for Prince Charles, though, to me, like when I saw some of the stuff, I thought, well, he's like just as old. I would think you'd want someone a little younger going in.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess they seem to take good care of the royal family, obviously, because the Queen is now 96. So did you see much of the celebration? Did you see much of what was going on? Because there's one thing that caught my eye.
Not too much.
Is that they had the Queen ride into the celebration. Basically, it was kind of like a lot of it was like it looks like a massive Disney World parade type. Like that's the setup they had for
Where
it.
like you wait on the sides and then everybody goes
Yeah,
through.
and everything parades through town. So they had the Queen in this royal carriage, a golden carriage that how old? 260 years old. The carriage. It's barely older than the Queen
And
herself.
I'd be tempted to take that away.
And it's the same carriage that she rode into her when she was crowned queen in 1953, her coronation. But they didn't actually have her ride in. They had a hologram of her projected into this
Into
carriage.
the carriage?
And so they have her projected the image of her waving. And it's like, I guess what she looked like back when she was crowned queen. So she's waving. And then there's people waving back.
Well, I mean,
You're
they're
waving back to nothing.
For a hologram.
You're waving back to nothing.
Did that bother you a lot?
That did make me. I don't know. I definitely had to question that. But I also had to. I had to give props to the Queen because she's 96. This is a big celebration. It's basically for all intents and purposes like the world's biggest birthday party, and for her. And she doesn't even show up to it.
Well, they
say
that-
she's hardly involved in any of it.
Yeah, because she's so old, she wasn't
Right.
feeling well.
Yeah. So what an excuse. That's kind of the dream, right? You like the big event put on just for you.
And you only have
Ed
to show
Sheeran
up.
is there, and the Queen wisely avoids it all.
Well, I mean, I guess that is smarter.
Yeah. So it was quite the spectacle, though. Now it'll be out of the news. So
I feel like the carriage people are like, you want us to what? This massively old golden carriage? They're like, well, yeah, we just want you to put a screen in it so like we could project her when she was younger. And they're like, okay.
yeah, and then everybody's just the crowd just eating it up.
I bet they enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So that's the Platinum Jubilee for the Queen over the weekend.
I wonder when we get another Jubilee.
Jubilee just makes me think, is that like cherries Jubilee or something? I just keep
yeah.
thinking cherries every time I've read an article
Is that
about
it? Is it cherries Jubilee?
I think it's a dessert.
Bananas Jubilee?
No, that's
it's
Bananas
definitely not
Foster
that.
sort of thing.
Yeah. Well, you're making Nikki hungry over there in the UK.
I don't mean to feel that way, but every time I hear that word, I think that.
This is Radio U's worst of the riot.
So I brought Isaiah. I brought you in on this because I figure you're probably the person who has most recently taken an Uber. Nikki, have you ever taken an Uber?
No, I've never been in an area. Like, I've always gotten a rental car or just been, like, in walking distance.
Yeah.
Or just had a ride.
I've.
Really? That's crazy.
So I just never have.
It is. It's a little crazy.
I also don't do as much as you, Isaiah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually used to be. I'm not anymore. I used to be an Uber Gold member because I Ubered so much.
Ooh, look at you, high
did you
roller.
lose your status?
I
or
did lose
stop
my status.
paying?
I stopped Ubering nearly as much. I switched cities, and now I don't Uber as much anymore.
Have you ever lost anything in an Uber
I have never left anything in an Uber that I can remember
that you know of?
that was important enough that I didn't forget.
Yeah, well, I have here the list of the most common reported missing items in Ubers and also some of the most unique.
Ooh.
So obviously, the most common lost and found items, it's not surprising because they're very common. Phones, wallets, keys, purses, AirPods and headphones, glasses.
Oh, that would hurt if you left those.
Your ID, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it seems normal.
That's pretty common. Now, wait till you hear the list of interesting, unique items that have been lost and found in Ubers in the past year. First of all, tater tots.
Hey!
Do you think somebody actually lost tater tots?
I think they just left them there.
Or do you think it was somebody pulling a prank?
No, they definitely just left him in the car
Yeah,
and then
they're probably just eating
fed
them.
some tater tots.
But they have to. This is the list of things people said. I think I left my something. Mm-hmm. I think somebody called into Uber and they were doing a Napoleon Dynamite impression, and they're like, "Have you seen my tots?" You don't think that's what it was?
You could say that about any of these, though. All of these that are on this list, it could be a prank.
It could possibly, but tater tots really lends itself. A fingernail
And,
again.
Okay, here's a bigger question. If you were an Uber driver and someone left tater tots in there, would you eat the tater tots?
Depends on the crew.
Yeah.
Depends on who was in the vehicle.
And like how eaten they were.
Yes.
how cold they are.
Yeah.
If they're cold tater tots, you don't want those. Now, would you take them home and microwave them? Feels like a lot of work. How long is your shift?
Microwaving will kill the bacteria depending on what people did.
That's a good point.
So it's needed.
And with Ubers, right? It's just you drive. It's all up to you. So you turn off your Uber app. You walk in the house, microwave real quick.
And then
we're good to go.
And then if someone calls, you're like, what tater tots?
We also have. So we said a fingernail. My grandma's teeth.
I think the fingernail's more like if you have like a press on or like a long nail,
Yeah.
not like someone bit off their fingernails.
Yeah, you don't want to lose those. Some of those they're pretty fancy. Grandma's teeth, 500 grams of caviar.
Why would
really?
you have that?
Why are you taking an Uber?
If you have that
Can't you
much?
just get a PJ or something? A pizza costume?
All right.
Were you naked when you?
Oh, it's probably just one that you just pop on over your
yeah.
clothes.
This one's weird. A expletive painting of a moose.
Don't get that.
What's the expletive?
Don't know.
You want to guess?
No, I don't.
Isaiah?
No one wants
Painting
to.
of a moose?
No, but what's the expletive
No
part?
one wants to guess that.
Yeah, let me lose my job real quick.
Hang tight. Then
Billy-
you can take an Uber home.
Yeah, perfect.
A Billie Eilish ukulele, an Employee of the Month plaque. That's sad. A Bernie Sanders fanny pack.
Weird.
Didn't know that. Do you think you can just buy that, or did somebody make that on their
No,
own?
you can buy that. You can buy
think?
anything online.
Actually, on Amazon, there's definitely
Probably.
a crochet strawberry, a bucket of slime, a brown tortoise.
Why isn't the tortoise higher in the list?
What do you mean?
Like you left a creature, a living thing. Why doesn't that get first billing? Instead, tater tots got first.
Yeah, that's what if the brown tortoise and the tater tots were in the same Uber?
Well, I love.
And the tortoise ate it.
Ate the tater tots? I do. Is a CPAP? That's the sleeping machines, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so people are leaving their sleeping
Those
CPAP
are
machines.
expensive too.
Yeah.
Let's see. More than 30 lost retainers and 5 people lost their dentures. Partway through the Uber ride, they just pop out and you forget to pick them up.
Maybe you're so ashamed.
I don't know
or
what it's like to have dentures.
You don't want to call in and get those. The most forgetful cities: Austin, Charlotte, North Carolina, Houston, Indianapolis, Dallas, Kansas City, Atlanta, Columbus, and Phoenix.
There you have it. So keep your eyes peeled the next time you're in an Uber. You might find something fun. You don't want to lose anything.
Do they just clean the car out at the end of the night?
Yeah, they have to.
They have to.
Yeah, I would say at the end of the night, they probably find all kinds of weird things in there every single time.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
All of them.
You should have been here.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
I can almost smell the donuts now.
I was like, what are we smelling? What are we doing?
Wake up and smell the donuts. The new line of donuts at Krispy Kreme. They have unveiled their Pick of the Patch collection.
Oh, it's cute. So it's like for summertime.
Yeah.
They went strawberry picking too.
Yeah, it's all berry themed. So they have 4 new berry inspired donuts. And I will can we cut and start over?
You're going to tell me
I
them?
will tell you about them. First, the mixed berry cobbler. It's a donut with mixed berry cobbler filling, topped with mixed berry cobbler filling and shortbread crumbles, finished with brown sugar icing and a dusting of powdered sugar. How's that sound?
Good. That looks pretty good.
Blueberry cheesecake, a donut with blueberry cheesecake filling, dipped in blueberry icing and finished with shortbread crumbles.
Yeah.
Thumbs up or down?
Not good. I like blueberries.
I'm not a blueberry, so I'm not a blueberry
I didn't
fan.
expect you to be a blueberry.
No, I'm not Violet from Willy Wonka. But no, that one doesn't sound as great to me. Now this is up my alley. The strawberry shortcake donut. It's a glazed sour cream cake donut dipped in strawberry filling and topped with shortbread crumbles, a vanilla buttercream swirl,
Ooh, that's good.
and a strawberry drizzle. That sounds like a lot, but it sounds good though.
Like they're like leaning heavily on the crumbles on top of the donuts.
Yeah.
And then they got one more, a mixed berry glazed with the mixed berry glaze like their normal donut.
Yeah.
But it's got a different glaze on top of it.
Now,
When are we going to try these?
Well, should we wait till Friday? I'll tell you why. Because the first 3 donuts that we listed, you can get those starting today.
Yeah.
The mixed berry glaze is only available Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So that's starting this Friday.
Yeah, why don't we do it Friday?
Let's go for that. Let's go berry picking at Krispy Kreme.
Perfect. We'll send Isaiah for them to get the order wrong.
Much more. You're right. They are gonna mess it up, aren't
Dude,
they?
Isaiah's going in every time. I'm exaggerating. Like the last 2 or 3 times we've had Krispy Kreme specialty donuts, it seems like there's always a mistake.
They'll give us 2 of the ones that we actually asked for that are from
But
like
not
the new
all.
special line. They'll give us 2 that are kind of related and then a bunch of other stuff.
It's just been a mess. As long
Yeah.
as Isaiah promises to go inside to make sure we have a quality control check before he goes away. Yeah, let's totally try
He's
these on
got to
Friday.
pick them out by hand. I want 3 of the mixed berry, 3 of the blueberry cheesecake.
3 of each.
Yeah.
Is that what Isaiah sounds like to you?
I don't know. I think he's talking down to I picture him talking down to the Krispy Kreme employees.
I see.
Because he's fed up with them letting us down.
Okay. Don't let him hear that part.
I'm going to go real slow for you.
Oh, that's the worst when someone does that. Let's not be that way.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.